In an effort to give back to all of you that have made both Mrs.69 an active part of your life, we've chosen to hold a Christmas giveaway over on our website, mmobuy.tv. This giveaway in specific lasts from now until December 19th, where we will draw 10 winners and then go ahead and email each of those winners asking them what MMORPG they'd like, any at all. Final Fantasy XIV, World of Warcraft, New World, Lost Ark's Founders Packs, even an Ashes of Creation pre-alpha whatever pack they have. You name it, we will send it to you. This is because at the end of the day, we appreciate the fact that you take the time out of your day to stop by, to watch our videos, to follow us on social media. And this is a way of us being able to directly show our appreciation for that, because it means the world to us. And at the end of the day, like, without you guys being there to watch, then we wouldn't be here. Now, if you haven't already, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe for new MMO news like this every day, general MMO discussions, MMO giveaways, and if you feel I deserve it, drop a like and a comment on the video. It's a huge help for the YouTube algorithm. Also, did you know that we're streaming in just a couple hours? 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on Twitch, and I would love to have you come visit, both today and tomorrow. Now, let's go ahead and jump into the MMO news that mattered to me today. Let's start this off by talking about PSO2 New Genesis. It's about time that we got new content for the game, and in this instance, it is in the form of a brand new class, the new mission pass, new quest type, and Halloween event. The new class in specific is the Bouncer, a high mobility class that utilizes jet boots and soaring blades. The new quest type takes the form of the Battle Dia, where you collect battle triggers from enemy drops and you use them at a trigger portal to participate in the quest. Then they go on to state that there are all sorts of additions coming soon, like Season 1 of the Mission Pass, varied weapon colors, additional waves for the Mining Rig Defense Quest, new cosmetic items, and most importantly, the Halloween event. It looks as though there will be Halloween-themed enemies throughout various different zones that will provide players a variety of different rewards for defeating. And finally, the game has surpassed 9 million total players. Not active players, but total players, which is still quite the accomplishment. I have been repeatedly asked if I have plans on streaming the new 8.0 update for Aion because, well, I love Aion and it's Aion. They have a brand new large update, and my answer has repeatedly been a resounding yes, because I am genuinely interested in what they plan on introducing with it, and I have always been a fan of the Aion MMO. It was one of my favorite PvPvE MMOs that I've pretty much ever played. Now, additions include things like the new Afseranta cross-server region, relic battles, some alterations to dungeons and other instanced content, new dungeons entirely, alterations to the fortress battle, new transformations, the new Lord's Relic system, the new Oath skill system, and just so much more. Now, honestly, I think most of these features are targeted towards later game players, and as such, even during my streams of the game, I doubt that I'm really going to get to experience much, if any, of it. Nevertheless, there were a substantial number of additions and alterations made to the core game, enough to warrant coming back to. I don't know, I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. Ever since Palia revealed their trailer completely out of nowhere, players have been eagerly anticipating any and all new information, little gameplay snippets, and, well, the devs have decided that it's actually time to show off exactly that. 2 separate tweets were made just the other day showcasing one of the towns that you'll come across, and then the player character just chilling around doing stuff. Both were short, approximately 28 seconds if you combine them together. Very little is known about the game still, however, they seem to be in a habit of communicating with their community quite actively over via their Discord, so that might be something to keep an eye on if you're interested. This is one of the few MMOs that I am really looking forward to, as it seems as though it ticks off a lot of what I want out of an MMO. Now, typically, I wouldn't really include this little segment here because I don't really feel like it's necessarily worth it, but At the same time, I feel, I don't know, as though I have to, given that NCSoft have confirmed that this is going to be fully cross-platform compatible via their Purple platform. Lineage 2M, the latest of seemingly hundreds of different Lineage MMO titles, was revealed to be releasing over here in the West, and actually 28 other countries around the world. Yeah, 29 simultaneous launches worldwide, which goes to show how much faith they have in the Lineage intellectual property. According to NCSoft, they have plans on holding a closed beta for PC players via the Purple platform on November 1st, with players already being capable of pre-registering. So if you're interested in that, well, I guess I'll go ahead and have a link to the pre-registration page up over on our website, mmobite.tv. Simply go ahead and click the link in the description and the pinned comment below to be taken over to that. Honestly, there really isn't much to say about this one. It's Guild Wars 2. We're all waiting on the End of Dragons expansion coming next year, and ArenaNet are slowly releasing small little bits of information that, in this case, a teaser of a zone that a lot of you Guild Wars fans are probably already very familiar with. Realistically, there wasn't much to actually discuss. The zone itself looks gorgeous, it really does. The hype after so many years is definitely warranted. The expansion comes out in February 2022, so it is closer than ever. If you want to watch the entire thing, then I urge you to go ahead and visit the official Guild Wars 2 YouTube channel and support them directly by watching the video there. After their recent conversion from a buy-to-play MMO to a free-to-play MMO, Kakao and Bluehole, the developers and the publishers behind the upcoming title, have confirmed that they are still selling Founders Packs for players that want to support the game. Honestly, from what I've seen, they don't look to provide anything out of the ordinary, with mostly cosmetic items. However, all of the packs do come with a 3-day head start, so if you believe providing players the option of getting into the game 3 days early, giving them 72 hours to farm that you won't have is pay to win, then this might be concerning to you, especially given this is a PvP MMO. Yet at the same time, in the grand scheme of things, it might not ultimately have much of an impact at all. There are people that argue both points, with both points having their own validity in their own way. Pre-registration opened last week as well if you're interested in getting into that, as the game launches in just a couple weeks. I actually covered this in a dedicated video just earlier this week, but apparently the Bless IP is getting another edition, Bless Eternal. Yeah, even with Bless Unleashed having just released, they are already looking to expand the Bless IP with another MMO, this time targeting mobile players and being of Chinese origin. It was confirmed that the players are already in the process of acquiring publishing and distribution rights outside of China, specifically in the United States and various parts of Europe. Bless Eternal, according to an article from MMO Culture, is pretty much a carbon copy of Bless Online, albeit with some minor differences, like dialogue and parts of the story. Otherwise, it's Bless Online, but instead of it being on PC, it's now on mobile devices. Hooray, right? It looks like we might be getting Tower of Fantasy a little bit sooner than we thought we would. But before we get into that, I do want to note that Hada Studio, the team behind the upcoming MMO, have been hard at work making sufficient alterations and additions to the game over the last several months. One of the largest alterations being with regards to the character models. As you can see in the before and after, the characters went from being a little more revealing and unique to being more covered and much more Genshin Impact inspired, which is either good or bad depending on how much you like the character models within Genshin, I guess. Now, specifically pertaining to the release date, it seems as though a leak was made from the Apple Store that went on to claim the game would be releasing on November 25th, 2021. I haven't seen any direct confirmations or denials from Hada thus far, and we are closing in on the 25th pretty quickly. And finally, in news that literally nobody saw coming, it was confirmed by Shimuka himself, the chief producer for the upcoming Blue Protocol MMORPG, that they have a release schedule planned. Working together with Cayenne Tech within Taiwan, Blue Protocol, after a Japanese release, will launch in Taiwan, Hong Kong, and then Macau, with South Korea releasing somewhere shortly after. They're still in the process of looking for a localization director for English-speaking countries, But if Blue Protocol follows the tradition of other Eastern MMO releases, it will also release within Russia probably sometime after Korea. It is worth noting though that we should technically be able to get in with the Mir VPN if it does launch on the other side of the world before we obtain access to it, to at least get to experience the game instead of waiting an additional year or more. And that is it. That is every bit of MMO related news that mattered to me over the last couple weeks. Sure, there's probably more out there, but it's not significant enough for me to really dedicate time to. This is what is important, but if you think that there's something I missed, please go ahead and let me know via any platform I'm available on: Discord, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or even in the comment section below.
Someday